What are your experiences in the health field?
Well, currently I work as a medication passer at an assisted living. I work a lot in the memory care dementia unit. And I've also done clinical rotations from med surg to orthopedics to advanced med surg and step down units and OB and pediatrics.
What do you think about America's healthcare system today?
Well, I appreciate the fact that we can get the care that we need, that we are not limited in our care as far as we can see what doctors that we want to see, and that we don't have socialized medicine. So I appreciate that. And that's about
Well, what are some of the flaws that you see?
some of the flaws. Well, sometimes when it comes down to end of life issues, sometimes people can be kept alive. When there really is no medical hope, maybe the family will hold on to certain ideas that maybe their loved one can pull through, which anything can happen, truly, but I can see maybe it can be abused in that, and sometimes we can see that the quality of care may be due to the social status of someone. That could be a flaw. Yeah.
Well, what are some solutions to the healthcare system?
Um, that's a good question. I wish I was president. Maybe I'd know some of those answers. I I don't really know. I really don't. I don't know what we could do. Maybe hmm. Well, we can always better educate families, and as far as like end of life decisions, I see problems with maybe ethics too. That's an opinion. Don't understand why certain things are paid for and others are not. There's medical costs are going through the roof, which is really difficult, but they have to cover people who don't have insurance, so they have to jack the prices up, and then the people who do have insurance are paying and paying and paying, monthly and deductibles and stuff to really have minimal care. So that's kind of the downside to that.
Well, let's talk about minimum wage. Then we'll move on. Can you have a decent living making minimum wage, working 40 hours a week?
It could probably be possible, but as a society, we're not really trained to live that frugal, I believe. I mean, it would be a very difficult existence, but I'm sure people do it. Um, it's just a matter of, you know, running out a month before you run out of money, and you have to learn to budget your money and, you know, cut costs as much as possible. But yeah, I think it's possible, but it'd probably be very difficult to do that.
Well, Obama said in his State of the Union address that he wants to raise minimum wage to $9 an hour. Is this a good or bad thing in your opinion?
Well, it could be good or bad. We want to see people, with the money incentive. Sometimes we tend to work harder, and it could be a good thing. People would, you know, see it as making more money, but then, that may cause inflation to go up. So, the more people make, the more they spend. So you could actually, maybe if you're making more money, you would spend more. That would actually stimulate the economy. So there's probably pros and cons to both sides of that.
Would you think that employees would work harder making more money? And how would this relate to employees making minimum wage?
Well, I kind of already answered that question. I think that I think that if you have a work ethic, no matter what you're making an hour, you're going to put forth a good effort.
So then should age define how much you make?
No, I mean experience. I think if it's based on age or gender, things like that, I don't think that's fair. And we know that there is people are paid differently for their age and for their gender, and which is probably getting to be more equal now as time progresses, but still an issue. I think it should be experience, and I think that people should be rewarded for hard work, and I don't think they should just get a raise or make more money just because.
Well, then let's just talk about social class. Do you think that social classes are easily noticed? Like the difference between?
I think so.
Well, what factors make people stand out or fit into social classes?
The cars they drive, the houses that they live in, the clothes they wear, how they carry themselves. We can fake it in this society a lot because a lot of times people are buying things on credit and living above their means so they could actually, look more successful than what they are.
Do you think that social class plays a part in getting certain jobs today?
I think that it can. I think that people who seem to be in a would be higher class or higher tax bracket or make more money, probably are well favored. It's like beauty. People, tend to favor people with beauty and charm and money and.
Well, what jobs then?
What jobs for what?
What jobs would this pertain to?
What, the social class thing?
Yep.
Probably, retail for one. Working with the public, any type of time that you have to work with other people.
Maybe even president. What do you think that a person's characteristics determine? Do you think that a person's characteristics determine their social class?
I don't think it's supposed to, but maybe in some cases it does.
Do you think that it's possible to change social classes?
I think that it is. I think anything's possible.
Then on to immigration. This is going to be our last topic. What is your opinion on immigration as it is today?
I think I'm for, people coming into this country. That's what the country was founded on, the principle of people being able to come to America and be free. But I believe that as far as immigration goes, that they should have to come through the rite of passage and do it legally and ethically. And I don't think that it's a privilege. It's not a right. To come into this country and live is a privilege. It is not a right to be taken for granted. So I think that people should have to go through the legal protocol to do so. I don't think. Do
you think that immigrants take away American jobs?
If they're here legally, I don't think that, or if they're here
illegal.
Oh, illegal immigrants? Yes, I think that they do.
What do you think about illegal immigrants?
Well, it's nothing personal, but it's still, if it's against the law, if it's illegal, then it shouldn't be permitted. It's, you can't rightly divide what's illegal is better than one thing, one or the other. So I think that, they should be prosecuted if they're coming into the country and they're not going, through the right channels to do so.
What should be done in order to better immigration laws?
Well, they need to be more stricter on, what it takes to get, to get into the country, and they need to be, cracking down on people who are coming into the country illegally and not going through the right channels. They need to be monitoring that better. Not to be, insensitive or mean, but just that, that's just the way it is. I mean, that's the way that America should work, because we can't just continue to let laws being broken, just let that slide by, because it doesn't work that way.
Well, that's it for that, and thanks for answering these questions.
No problem.